All right. Great day. It is 22 past the hour, 12:22 here on my side, and we are here for spiritual tea time. I am Dr. Marion Sister Full of the Azon Life Alchemy Center, and we come here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we're sharing out from our special spiritual places, and we're talking some spiritual tea. So let's get the conversation going on today. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about some things that I think are pretty important. Well, first and foremost, we about to go into a retrograde. And I always want to tell everybody, get ready, get ready, get ready, because it is time for what people like to call the shadow work, night of the dark soul, all of that good stuff. That's what we're going to be doing. Welcome. Come on in. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about how do we manage this retrograde. And I know that people have different ways. We talk about the new moons and we talk about the solstices, but I want to encourage you to know that the retrograde is something that you should be preparing for as well. Prepare for it, enjoy it, embrace it, and let's get some stuff going. I want to remind everybody that I'm going to be hosting a retreat. So if you want to come and meet me, you can come and meet me at my retreat in July here in Arizona. You can come and meet me here. Tickets are on sale right now. It's all inclusive. All you have to do is pay for it and get yourself to Arizona. And it will be 4 days of beautiful, beautiful exchanges between ourselves and our practitioners. It's just a beautiful thing. If you enjoyed our practitioners that were at the Winter Solstice Gathering, then you're definitely going to enjoy them at the retreat when you have a personal one-to-one. Those of you that are here, thank you for joining me. Please make sure you like and share the live for me, like and share the actual live wherever you are watching it at. I'm encouraging you also that if you are located on my Sister Afua page or my YouTube page, and you want to come over here, that's fine. Come join me here on Facebook. You don't have to do anything except for join. It's an open public page for you to join. So I'm sending out all the good energy and movements for us on today. We're clearing out our spaces, making sure we're ready to receive this conversation about the retrograde. Now, retrograde, as you already know, is something that means retro, go back. It's a grade. It's you can go back and down a grade. You're going to revisit. It's kind of like I always call it spiritual remedial school, right? Because it causes you to really think about what is it that, what is it that we need to look at? What do we miss? What do we need to repeat? What do we need to experience? If we're having trouble with the live, just make sure you let me know. Just hang in there. I think that it looks like it's kind of a rainy day here in the mountains. So hopefully it won't be too bad on me as far as the internet goes. Welcome and great day. Hopefully it won't be too bad on our reception on today. So I'm sharing with you all about this retrograde, right? Why do I want to talk about the retrograde? Well, I wanted to talk about the retrograde because when we start talking about introspection, when we start talking about reflection, you hear me talk about that a lot. And I do that because a lot of people think that, or they sell retrograde like it's a horrible thing. It's not. The retrograde is something that we should be grateful for because it really gives us some time to do some introspection. It really gives us a time for us to consider what we've experienced, what we need to experience more of, and how to package up, transmute, and represent another level of it, right? Because when we start thinking about our life, our daily life, I don't know about you, but for me, in my daily life, on this spiritual journey, it's never something that's just very simple. It's not a simple thing. It's not something that you wake up and everything is in order because, hey, I had a spiritual awakening, or hey, I had an inner prompting. That isn't something that comes forth. So these retrograde periods are periods in our times when we can actually slow it down and revisit our daily practice, revisit our beliefs, revisit some events, revisit some experience. And I know y'all don't like to hear this, but revisit some people. Not because We really need to have them in our lives again. But there is a part in that of that experience that we need to acknowledge, accept, or reconcile. Now, when you hear the word reconcile, most people think that means you're supposed to get back with the person. It doesn't mean you're supposed to get back with the person. What it means is that you're reconciling. You're reconciling your books means you get your books back to an even level. You're harmonizing out your experience, your emotions, your memories, your fears, your doubts. You're getting rid of the junk that can mess you up as you're going forward. So when you get into this retrograde and people start coming back into your life, or you start experiencing similar events and experiences, it's not for you to get upset and break and run. It's not for you to say, oh my God, what is going on here? Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you that are joining us. The retrograde is designed for you to go back and reassess, correct, add to, reconcile. And that's the part I want to focus on just for a little bit longer. Reconciliation, a lot of times, I know a lot of people talk about that and they'll say, oh, I see a reconciliation. Like my friend's a tarot card reader. And I hear her sometimes when I go and support her saying, oh, I see a reconciliation coming for a lot of y'all. And people start getting upset. Is it a this sign? Is it a that sign? You know, what is it? Oh, they didn't bring me no water. Hang on, y'all. I'll be right back. We'll edit that part out. We'll edit me getting up and walking away. We'll edit that part out, okay? We'll edit that part out. So when she's talking about retrograde, a lot of people start thinking that means the person that they cared about, the person that they had this not so positive experience with, is going to come back in their lives. But I'm here to tell you, a lot of time it's not that they're coming back in your life. It's just that there is an energy about them. There's something about that situation that you need to be aware of, right? Maybe it's going to bring you some closure. Maybe it's going to confirm that your decision to set boundaries and stand your ground are truly required and was relevant and necessary. Welcome, welcome, welcome to all of you. This is what we're talking about today on the Spiritual Tea Time with Dr. Mary and Sister Fool, aka the Chat Diva, right? I want that to be something you think about for a second, because we're going into the retrograde. The retrograde has started, right? It's coming. It's moving, 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 moving. And if we can celebrate the beginning of new moons, if we can celebrate the moon in Cancer, Pisces, Gemini, whatever it's in, Mercury, Jupiter, if we can celebrate that power, we need to recognize the power of the retrograde and we need to use it for our benefit and not let it disrupt us. Yes, you have to be very clear in your communications. Yes, you're going to have to be mindful of what you're signing. You're not going to, again, the retrograde is getting you to slow down and take a look back at what's been going on and what hasn't been going on. Does that make sense for everybody, right? Because then when we think about that, when we think about the power of the retrograde, it changes the way in which we live our lives. It changes the way in which we are considering opportunities, the way we're dealing with people, the way we are creating experiences, the way we are visualizing our future. Because during the retrograde is when you're going to begin to say, okay, guess what? I noticed a pattern in myself. I noticed that every time this happens, I do this, and then I feel bad about it. Because we are spiritual evolvement does not include you blaming and shaming. That's not what spirituality does. That's not what your spiritual awakening does. It does not give you a sense of blame, to blame other people, blame yourself, nor does it allow you to shame yourself or shame other people. It's the time when you begin to look at yourself introspectively, when you begin to recognize the resources that are around you, and you begin to identify exactly what it is you need in your life at this time and what you don't need in your life at this time. So we begin to get rid of what I call the emotional boogeyman, the emotional boogeyman, and the mental mind trap monsters that take us on these trips and on these journeys and have us second guessing our progression and our power and our strength. Thank you for being here. Right? Because when we start looking at how we can better use the retrograde, we'll start tapping more into our spiritual gifts. We'll start tapping more into our potential energy, right? We'll start tapping more into our divinity. We'll start understanding more about our astral or galactic archetype known as our signs. We'll understand numerology of our lives. And we'll be able to implement better because now you've slowed down enough to take it in to deal with your life. Are y'all with me? Y'all hear me? Hey, lovey. This is where the conversations have to begin to magnify what it is you say. This is part of manifestation. We get very big on, like I said the other day when I did the talk about law of attraction itself is not enough because there are 11 other laws that we need to think about. We need to think about that. We need to think about how we can begin to get away from wishful thinking and start embracing the shadow work, understanding that within our darkness, there exists a light. So you guys know that I just began to, I just released and made available my inspirational chakra cards, right? And when I was doing that, we were writing, I was going over the book and I called back to the publisher and I said, how many did they print? They said, we printed 1,500. I said, stop printing because I'm going to add a book to it. So that means I want to add a book because I want to talk about the other chakras that are included in that. And I'm saying this conversation because I'm specifically talking about the one they call Pluto or Earth or the 0 level, 0 point chakra, which is beneath the root chakra. That's where the darkness is. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like the live and give us some likes and some hearts. Let's get this algorithm working. Thank you so much for following. Thank you. Right. So let's begin. So I want to really begin to talk about that because we're really good at saying, I'm secure in who I am. I have the confidence. I'm proud and That's the root chakra. Oh, I feel the power of myself, right? And then that's your sacral chakra. I'm ready to get into action. And that's your solar plexus. And then I just love my life. I'm loving the universe. I'm open to receive unconditional love, non-judgmentally. That's your heart chakra. And then I'm speaking out my truth and authenticity, your throat chakra. Your third eye chakra is where we're going to get into. We're going to say, I understand where I'm supposed to go and how I'm supposed to do it. And I'm connected. And then our crown chakra lets us know that we are one. There's no division. There's one. We're all synced. We're in alignment. But we very rarely talk about this 0 or this earth chakra. It's to say the retrograde is what takes you down there. The retrograde is what takes you down there because when it takes you down there, you're able to see the things that are attacking you in your root chakra. You begin to see what things are disrupting your root chakra, your sacral chakra, things that are affecting your heart chakra. See, it's just an energy mobility of energy. I know when we meditate and we visualize coming down and above the crown chakra, there's 4 other chakras. Right? And so we visualize coming all the way down into our body, into that. But the grounding begins in the earth, 0 or Pluto chakra. So retrograde is going to let you deal with some of those hard issues, some of those emotions, some of those feelings, those grudges, those disappointments. Yeah. And we can see how we can transmute this energy. We can tap into ourselves and we can begin to move ourselves into more of a spiritual practice that is evolutionary and empowering. Because after all, isn't that why we're doing all this work? It's because we want to do a change. We want to create something different. We want to get into our healing. Because a lot of times what happens in our physical healing is that we say, okay, that's why that happened. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now. That's why it's happening. Thank you so much. This is why it's happening. Not what is really the lesson in this? What was the lesson in being with, Jerome? Why did Jamaica and I go through this experience? That's what you say, why? But now we're gonna say, what was the lesson between Jerome and Jamaica and I in this relationship? What do I need to feel and understand about that situation? What do I need to transmute? What do I need to transfer? What do I need to create and or manifest or implement in my life so that this experience cannot repeat itself the way that it was, but instead I create a new now experience when I interact with people? These are the type of conversations that I love sharing. I do. I'm excited right now. Y'all probably gonna be like, why she keep smiling? Talk about all this. But to me, this is the good part, because this is the part when you go beyond the breakthrough. Because I told you, it's not enough anymore. It's not enough anymore for us just to say, I made it. Now we got to say, I made it. And now I'm willing, and I got enough energy, and I got enough confidence. I got enough strength. I got enough love. I got enough harmony in my life to go forward past this point, not just stand near the doorway. Hey, I got out the door. That's all that mattered. We can no longer do that because it has to become more conscious. We have to become more consciously aware. And when I say conscious, I want to stop there too. The word conscious means it's what you see visually, it's what's happening in the present. Okay, you become aware. You have a heightened awareness. So now this doing the stuff like that happens in the retrograde, it gives us the active, not only the awareness, but the activation and the knowing, the active state of what you know. Y'all with me on that? Because I have to watch myself, because sometimes I'll be going so fast in my own mind because it's just so usual to me. It's just a usual process. So then we have to be, so that we can become more soulful, more attentive, more sincere about who and what we are. Who and what we are. We have to become, when you are conscious, you are aware, you become hyper aware of your observations. Okay? Of your observations. And so when we're doing this, these observations, when we're becoming more aware and we're activating these knowings and we're developing, our energy fields are going to start changing. The type of people that used to come and cling to you are not going to come and cling to you because they can't. Your vibrational frequency that's coming out now is, instead of being ding, 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 now it's boom, 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 boom. It's different. So if they're not willing to catch the vibe, they're going to be pushed back because their energy can't handle. They're going to get an overload. And we need to stop doing this retrograde. We need to understand that when that happens, we do not get upset and go chase people. That is not the idea. And for my Christian friends, when Jesus said, oh, if you lose one, go after that one. That's not what he was talking about. You don't sacrifice yourself. I love what Reverend Michael Beckwith said. He said, it's just like being up on high and you're seeing what's happening. Or how I talk about, throw somebody a life jacket, throw somebody a rope, but you don't get in the water. As a lifeguard, they told me, when the person is flapping around and screaming, let them calm down, even if it means they got to sink. Then you jump in the water and you go and get them. Because if you go in there while they're all over the place, you're going to get damaged too. They're going to pull you down. Yeah? Okay. So declutter. Open up your space this time during the retrograde. Get rid of this idea of blame. Move into a mindset of compassion and empathy. And that, again, and forgiveness. And I want to say it again. It doesn't mean that you are absolving that event, or minimizing the experience. What you're saying is that on my priority scale of what I want to divert my energy, my strength, my power to, my position to, I don't see that on the higher scale. So on a scale of 1 to 10, that might be a 1 when being able to connect with other people who are also committed to what you're committed to, yeah, is a priority one. Taking care of your body, eating better, drinking more water. I'm gonna emphasize that again. Some of y'all are saying, why am I so thirsty? And you go get this. No. That's not sufficient. Our foods, even I had to check myself, because I realized when I was traveling, I realized that I had to eat some things that I normally wouldn't eat. And some days I didn't eat, which was throwing my body off, my metabolism off. Because your body, when it's used to a certain pattern, it wants you to go. So during this retrograde, I really want us to focus, and I'm wrapping up, but I really just want us to focus on reintroducing ourselves to ourselves, reintroducing ourselves to our spiritual practices. Do some introspection. Allow your emotions to be felt, but not dominate you. Allow yourself to review a situation without diving all the way back into the nitty-gritty details. Begin to see and assess yourself. Don't point the finger so much, right? What did they say? 3 fingers pointing back at you. So don't get into this whole lot, and don't feel like, oh my God, how stupid could I have been? Give yourself some grace. Allow yourself the opportunity to experience something and look at it and know that in that moment, you made the best choice. There's a quote that I came about 10 years ago when I heard Deepak Chopra at the Revelation Festival that was in California. And he said, they asked him something about right or wrong. And he said, well, there is really not a right or wrong. There's only an infinite number of possibilities by which your consciousness allows you to choose from. Y'all didn't hear me on that right there. He said, there's an infinite number of possibilities by which your consciousness, your observations, your awareness, your activation chooses from and makes the best choice in that moment. And then the next moment, it does it again. So you might think this way in this moment. And then when that moment passes, oops, that wasn't the best. So then you widen your perspective and your view, y'all. So that's why I'm saying, don't get into beating yourself up. Don't look back with sadness and judgment. Those are all those emotional boogeymen that I talk about that come back and get us. All those memories and words of other people coming in your head while you're going through and reflecting and transforming and transmuting those experiences, those energies, right? Ooh, that felt good. So reflect, relax, right? Dive deep into yourself, reintroduce yourself to yourself, bury these ideas that are keeping you bound to things you don't want. People, places, ideas, and experiences. Let them go. If you can't transmute them and you can't figure out how to use them to build you up again and make you stronger, then you need to release them. But you don't release them in anger and resentment. You release them in universal, cosmic, unconditional love. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So self-reflection. Tell you some ways you can do this. Also during retrograde, try to meditate. What I tell people is, even if you're going to do a 2-minute or a 5-minute meditation, and a meditation is simply you listening. What are you noticing? Close your mind, close your eyes, close your mind, get calm, get quiet. There's even a walking meditation you can do. I'm learning how to do that, right? There's a standing meditation you can do. So you can get out of this habit. I got to be in a certain position. I got to be in a certain space. I got to have this. I got to have that. Meditation is about quieting yourself, quieting your mind to allow it to heal and repair with the frequencies that it's going to receive. Okay. Meditation. So you can hear. You're going to escape all the craziness, all the anxieties, and when your mind gets busy while you're doing meditation, all you do is just say to yourself, you know what? We're being quiet right now. We're being quiet right now. We're being quiet right now. Or I am listening right now. I am open to hear from the universe. I am open to hear because you hear from yourself all the time. Your subconscious, all the boogeymen, all the monsters, They're always talking inside of us. Okay. So that's all I want to say today. Just remind y'all that use this retrograde for your advantage. Use this retrograde for your advantage. Blessings. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, sure. Thank you so much, Yvonne. I appreciate your feedback. Thank you, everyone. As I said, if you're watching, please do me a favor. Please do me a gift. Give me a like, give me a heart if you're enjoying this. If what I've shared with you is something that you can see being beneficial. I also want to invite you all to join. Also want to invite y'all to join my subscription plan. As I said, currently right now we have 2 tiers. We have a $25 tier and we have a $60 tier. Just depends on how much you're going to be involved in the classes, or you're going to be, or just going to get like the audio or video replays and just get these programs like this. And then you come together with me live in a group session once a week online. Or you're going to be online with me in all these sessions. Plus you're going to be able to have one-to-one time with me, and you'll be able to be in group sessions with me 2 times a week, sometimes 3, just depends on how good the topic is. We may have to do an extra day. And you get opportunities to come to the retreat at a subscription rate, which saves you about, I think, almost $1,000. If you want to come to the retreat, it saves you almost $1,000 if you are a retreat person, but you have up until 90 days before the retreat. You got to sign up 90 days, no less than 90 days, no more than 90 days before. All right. And that's it. So that's all I have for today. I just want to talk about the retrograde and make sure we were all on the same page, that we understood the power that is within us, the power that we hold as us, the power that we are creating to be us, right? In every situation, in every level of our lives. Remember, in our spiritual life, in our emotional, mental, in our physical bodies, in our wellness, in our health, right? Also in our knowledge, the way we share our knowledge, our talents, our skills, our education, our abilities, in our finances, and in our rewarding and reciprocating relationships. I want to keep reminding us of that's our goal. That's our goal when we're doing all this. This is our goal. And it doesn't happen overnight. And I know they tell you 21 to 28 days, you can change your mind, and you can change. Yeah, that's when you start getting used to the habit. But then you got to keep being consistent with it and having community around you. And that's why I'm offering y'all to participate in it. It's in the link tree in my bio. I'm also going to put it down here on the on some of the other platforms. It might be scrolling at the bottom. But you definitely can get a chance to participate. I go into Linktree / hey there, welcome Pride. Thank you for being here. We're wrapping up on today, but keep watching. I'm going to put some excerpts of the videos out. You'll start seeing more little 1 minute, 2 minute excerpts that allow you to kind of play back some of the highlights. I have somebody else edit it out and they send it back out here, because on some platforms it doesn't stay up. It goes away when I close out. Those of you that it stays up, you'll have the benefit of going back and watching the replay on my YouTube channel. You could always go to my YouTube channel as well if you don't want to wait till the edits come out. All right. Thank you all. And we're going to get started. Talk to y'all later. All right, y'all. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to get started on today? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Or are y'all ready? Yes. Hey, Grace. Saboni. I got to get, it's so crazy, Grace. I was just thinking, right? I was like, I got to start remembering my languages. I got to get my brain wrapped around these languages again, because I don't want to forget them. Okay. So Saboni. All right, so here we go. All right, so let's get started. If you have a question that's burning in your heart, if you have something you want to ask Spirit, or you want to have a full live reading, all you have to do is, again, click that link in on this folding down below at Linktree / Spiritual Soul Spa, and you can get yourself a live reading right here, right now. While we're doing this live, you can get your live reading. All you have to do is go to my Linktree, go to my Cash App or my PayPal, and submit a $20 payment, and you'll be able to have a live reading right here on the page. Hey, Monica, good to see you again. I I see. Look, Grace, I told you I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it together, ne? I'm trying to keep my language because I'm coming back. I'm coming back in October. So I gotta keep my language in my heart. I gotta keep it. I gotta keep it. I gotta redo a lot of stuff. So I've been looking at my notes and I've been finding places that can keep me going. So y'all talking to me keeps me inspired to do what I have to do with the language. So at this time, if you are ready, you can drop your question that you would like for me to tap into spirit to ask, and we'll see what spirit has to say. Please know that we're going to be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, reminding you the retreat is in July 14th to the 17th here in Arizona. We'll be going to March 5th through the 14th. We'll be in Ghana. And then in October, we're going to be in South Africa. It's October 10th through the 20th, I believe it is. So we're working on those dates, making sure that the spaces are available. But the retreat in South Africa is just going to be, just like in Ghana, it's going to be a retreat for the 4 days. And then we're going to be sightseeing and enjoying the culture, the foods, and the beauty of the continent of Africa in those 3 countries. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. I look. See, spirit knows what you're supposed to have. And silver is a great color for you to experience, right? I'm telling you. Thank you, Sierra, for that. To heal myself, to have healthy relationships. The first thing is to claim it. Make the decision, Amazon, that that's what you want. That's what I want. I only want to have a healthy, rewarding, and reciprocating relationship. And you have to know what you mean by healthy, right? And then you go through that process I talked about earlier. I'm not sure what part you came on. I'm not sure what part you came on. If you heard me when I talked about, we need to get into why we are experiencing the patterns that we are experiencing. Okay. We have to get into why we are experiencing the patterns that we are experiencing. Okay. And so then we say, one of the things I keep hearing is that you give so quickly that people are overwhelmed and they think that there's always more that they can just keep doing what they want to do. Even the most recent situation was very imbalanced. A lot of healing for real for you. And you're also very intuitive. But you can't downplay your intuitiveness. You have to allow yourself to pull the energy and the strength that you need to heal. I also want to invite you to come to my retreat. You can also join my Healing Her Sacred Circle. You can also work with us and get some information and some support and things, and you'll be able to talk to me a little bit more, and I can help you work through some of those things. All right. That's what it's about. It's about investing back in you. All of your energy, Amazon. All of your truth. Don't second guess. Don't beat yourself up about what you knew and you didn't do anything about it. Okay. So specifically, you need to get and make a decision that you're only going to accept rewarding and reciprocating relationships. You call them healthy, right? You're gonna do that. But you also have to evolve into a level of health where you can give that. And remember, I said that earlier, that if your vibration is going ping, 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 anybody can do that. But if you come in, you're going boom, healthy, boom, vibrant, exchange, boom. So a person can't come into your fear if you got all this going on, because they got to be ready. They got to be matching, or at least have the stamina and the strength to manage through this until they can get their spiritual resistance training. So let me know, sister. That's what I got for you. But it's also telling me to tell you, don't beat yourself up. It's telling me that you are playing back in your head like you this victim. No, ma'am. No. All right. Okay, good. I saw that. Hey, Alafia, Ashe, Fanga, Alafia, Ashe. Hey, ya. Hiya. All right. Okay, all I do is try to show love towards people, and I feel like I'm being attacked mainly in my mom and my daughter. Okay, so let's talk about that, right? Kind of similar. So that conversation we had earlier about taking the time to do some introspection, taking the time to move ourselves and accept that in that moment you are who you are and that your choices are not necessarily going to be accepted, received, or rewarded by other people, right? The energy is coming from plain and simple. The energy is coming from this whole idea that um I'm pleasing my people. They should like what I'm doing. They should celebrate what I'm doing. They should appreciate what I'm doing. They should know how I'm doing it, right? And spirit is telling me to tell you that's not what I give you that ability to do. I'm not giving you the ability to push people to make them appreciate, love, and honor you. I'm elevating you. I'm expanding you. I'm healing you. I'm removing things away from your body. Some of your physical illnesses that I see are a direct result of the energy that you are accepting as your truth. We all are interconnected, but that doesn't mean you have to allow people to stay plugged into your energy center. Release them. Yes, you take care of them. Yes, you love them. Yes, you support them. But when the vibrational frequency is not sufficient for you, or if you feel yourself being drained, you got to know how to let it go. You got to know how to let it go. I see your face being, sad, and you're like, dang, but I want her to say that. I can't say they right and I can't say they wrong. I can only tell you how to manage your behaviors, how to make choices of your own, how to manage your behaviors, how to make choices of your own. Okay. Welcome, Sierra. So let's see. What do I need to focus on? What do I need to focus on? The way you're eating. Something about the way you're eating. It's telling me to tell you to watch how you're eating. Also watch. I see you zooming. Get quiet. Get quiet. Get quiet. Let people find out things about you because they just happen to find out about you. Not because you're showing it, not because you're sending out messages, not because you are showing them. Let people discover on their own the vibrational elevation that you have in your life, the prosperity that's been placed. You're in a prosperity pocket right now. Get quiet. Don't talk about it. Thank you all for being here. If you're here, please take a moment to like the live and share it. Like the live and share. For those of you that are here, thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in asking a question, go ahead and type your question in the comments. I will come in the order in which they show up on my screen. I will answer your questions. If you want a full live reading, if you want me to give you a reading while I'm live online right now, you can send $20 by clicking the link that's rolling down the bottom, the Linktree link, or you can go and look above in my bio and you can click it and you can go over and book your time. Just send the $20. I'll see it and I will put it on display. All right. So that's what I got for you, Sierra. It's telling me that you're in a prosperity pocket right now. Things are going to start manifesting and coming forward that you've been asking for, even some things you're not even aware of. And it's also telling me for you to watch what you're eating, watch how you're eating, something about the way you're eating. If you switched up the way you're eating, you're spending money. Stop going out. That's it. It flashed you in 4 different places. Stop going out. Cook for yourself. Make sure that it's harmonic, a harmonic meal. Get your vegetables back on your plate. Quit talking to people about what you're doing and what you got. Just be quiet. Hey, Liz, I did. I had a great time. I had all my children. I was missing two of my children weren't able to come home for this winter break. And then I had 2 of my grandchildren. Well, I did. Only one of them I haven't seen for this winter break. The other one came yesterday for a couple of spent the night with me for the last 2 days. So I had a house full of grandchildren, which is what we love. We love our grandchildren. We love family. So this is the manifestation that I've been asking for since a young child, to have a house full of children and grandchildren. So we can't wait to get into our new space that is bigger, bigger, bigger. All right. Thank you. Yes, Asheo. Hey, Lovey. Hey, hey, hey. I feel like y'all on two different conversations in y'all relationship. As I told you before, I feel like this brother is not a horrible person. It's just he moves slower than you and he has another interest in his life. And it's not another woman. It's just he has an interest in trying to figure out what he wants to do and he's not willing to clink clink. He enjoys you. He really respects you. But like I said, there won't be a big turnaround the way you're expecting it to be big and turn around at all. Yeah, and just just limit your conversations about, hey, we got to get this. If you pull back, remember I said about the vibration, right? If you just all open, then he can just come in, and then you try to engulf him, and then he like, wait a minute, this too tight. This is too much for me. Let me out. Let me out. And that's what you're feeling. That's what you're experiencing. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Please join our group. It doesn't cost any money to join the group. Amazon is called Healing Her Sacred Space, Sacred Circle, Healing Her Sacred Circle. It's here on Facebook. All right. And those of you, anybody else who wants to join the subscription, again, go to the link tree. It will give you an opportunity to learn how to join our subscription plan. I've been getting credit card offers from my business that started. I think we set up your business to be a legal entity. So yeah, we set you up on a business entity. You were supposed to call, you were supposed to set up your consultation for the month. I haven't seen your name on the list and we're about to get to the end. And I know on Friday, I'm cutting everything off. After I finish this on Friday, I'll be cutting this off. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be cutting this off. Okay. So definitely that is a good idea to create business credit, especially if you have established yourself as a business entity, you have a bank account that's showing money, and we'll talk more about that. I've been entertaining the idea of returning back to the hospital environment. Maybe okay, so okay. The moment you said that, I saw you back in the thing. I told you you have this healing energy about you, so that could be what it is. I know you said you were trying to do something else, but that'll be fine. Go back part-time first just to get yourself a feel for, because I feel like you're going to start in one spot and you're going to want to switch. So if you don't lock yourself into this first position that you come across, you'll be better off. You're welcome, my love. Hey, 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 love. I know this daylight savings time, right? Is the focus of a truck too soon? I see why you want the truck. The intention for having a truck is good. It may not be brand new though. And be open that someone may also offer you something. I'll offer you a truck. Uh-huh. Well, it's that, and it's also the fact that the energy right now, those of us that are open to spiritual evolvement and expansion, we are also being, we're being put to sleep, put to rest, because we got work to do. We got work to do. So just get ready. And when you're pregnant, your spiritual gifts do come stronger. They are more present. You do feel your body picking up energy a little bit more. So go for it. Just relax. Yes, yes, that's the word I heard. Prosperity pocket. You know. Okay, I'm waiting. All right, I think I got through everyone, and we are just about 4 minutes away. Want to remind everybody again that this opportunity is here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, the same time. So just go back. I try to come in about 12:22, either 12:12 or 12:22, but usually it's been 12:22 because it's easier for me to make sure everything is in place and doing what it has to do. Don't forget to share this out with some other people. Let them know we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are still taking tickets, registrations for the annual Inner Heal Her Reclaim experience in July. This is for women only in July here in Arizona. Here in Arizona, we'll be taking the women and we'll be walking through our journeys to get in more harmony, to get some understanding about ourselves spiritually, experiencing some rituals, experiencing some modalities and some daily practices, walking through some of this dark Pluto work we just talked about in the beginning, right? We're going to be walking through that, having some sessions, private sessions, interacting with women. So it's a great experience. I can't even put it into words. So sometimes when I write it, and it's all inclusive. So once you pay for your retreat, you get your meals, you get your lodging, everything is included. All you have to do is get to the retreat. That's all. Okay. That's what you do. You get to the retreat. I'm trying to make sure that's it. All right. Liz wants to know. I got you, Liz. I got you. I got you. Liz says, what's happening going forward in 2023? I'm going to do specifically for you. So let me start with an overview first of what 2023 has to offer for everybody. It has you offering for new beginnings. It has you offering for startups. And I think I shared this with y'all last time. I told y'all that I'm going to be hosting a private thing for all of us, for my family here in Spiritually Speaking, on December 31st to go deeper, okay? And I'll go through individual stuff, and I'm going to have Dr. Craig here to do some numerology and some other stuff. But what I see right now for you is that you are going to become more organized in your process. It's telling me you're becoming more organized, more centered. You're going to get rid of some of that extra anxiety. Some of that extra anxiety is hormonal, but it's also you knowing that you can feel that something. It's also telling me, because my throat is getting very tight and very thick, that you're going to start speaking more authentically and that you're going to start speaking more, standing in your truth when you talk to people. You're not going to filter it anymore. You're going to be very, not mean, not rude, but very matter of fact. This is the reality of what we're experiencing together in this space. And this is how I'm going to do it. So that's going to work out very much for you. I also picking up something about a relationship, but it feels like the relationship is like either on its last leg, or you are open to receive a new relationship. It's not very clear. Maybe you got a bunch of stuff going on, right? Liz. So thank you. That's what I got for you, lovey. Which place has the stairs? There's a place that has stairs that you looked at. But there's something about the price. The price is like kind of high. It's like, well, I mean, it's California prices, but it seems very high. Yeah. It's something about whichever one has stairs is the one that I'm seeing for you, honey. There's a place going to have stairs, but it's not that it has stairs because it's like an apartment. It's stairs because it's stairs, Keon, because it's going to be like a porch house, like stairs to a porch where you'll be able to sit like on a porch, which means that's one of those older neighborhoods. So look at that. All right. Thank you, my love. Okay, cool. So when I said that it feel like it's stretching, so that means you need to be ready for y'all to redefine what that relationship is, reignite it, put some more energy into it. Yep. Yeah. Put some more energy into it. You're welcome, my love. All right, y'all. We have come over to 13 past the hour, the new hour of 1:13. So I thank you all for being here. I'll be back on Friday. I'll be back. We can have a good conversation. Like I said, on December 31st, we're going to be having another session. I'm going to come on and early in the afternoon, early evening time, and we're going to spend the day. We're going to be doing some conversations with you individually. Again, donation-based conversations on that day. donation-based conversations on that day. So be prepared, be prepared, be prepared, because we want to be able to honor all of us that are sharing out on that day on the 31st of December. See y'all next time. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you for honoring me with your time, your space, and your confidence. And we'll talk again soon. Peace and blessings. We are.